everyone and welcome. I'm Oriel Morrison-Higgins and I'm joined today by Peter Bewick, the Managing Director of Hamelin Gold. Peter, welcome. Great to have you with us today.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
Now, you've got some news to share with us. Your maiden drilling at Day Dawn has hit high-grade gold already. In fact, it was your very first hole. Is this just the tip of the iceberg? What does this mean for the bigger picture of what you're trying to achieve?
Well, that's exactly what we think it might well be. These are extremely high-grade lodes that we found. It's very near surface, as mentioned. We've got a 3 metre at 3 ounce per tonne intersection there, less than 10 metres from surface. So a really good start for us. This is only a partial assays of the program that we drilled. The rest will be due in the next few weeks, but we do think that this might well be the tip of the iceberg. These are quite unique lodes, which we think might be directing us to a bigger story, which is at depth below the drilling that we've done to date.
So you're talking about, you just mentioned the fact that it was quite shallow. What does the fact that it is this shallow mean for the overall project?
Yeah, well, it's obviously great to not to have hundreds of metres of cover on top of your ore body, which is just from the economics of mining one of these things. But it allows us to look at the near surface geology. We get a lot of holes into the ground for quite a reasonable sort of bang for our buck. But we hope what it's telling us or what it's giving us is leading us into where the deeper system may well be. And whilst you're out here in the desert country, it's a lot of sand cover. There's not a lot of geology that sticks out of the ground. You're really looking for these indicators to take you into, I guess, the hotspot or the X in the map. And what we think these lodes might be doing is starting that journey of taking us into what might be the bigger story at depth. And the sort of example is not that far away. It's, we're within 10 kilometres of a 20 million ounce gold system at Telfer. And the geology that we're seeing at surface and in our shallow drilling is very similar to some of the things that are seen at Telfer.
So that must be giving you a huge amount of confidence in terms of what you're already finding there. Now let me ask you, Peter, you've also hit a second parallel lode there called Altus. What does finding that parallel lode mean for you? And what does it tell you about the scale of the project of what you're doing?
Yeah, well, I think it's a great question because the concept we have is that these northeast orientated veins, which also occur at Telfer, sort of are one of the arms of the X on the map. And where they concentrate or where you get a swarm of these veins, it sort of indicates that you're quite close to the sort of surface expression of the entire gold system. And Altus was it was a shot in the off to the bow. We put 2 holes into an area we thought might well be another repeat of the Aurora lode where we focused our drilling, and we managed to hit gold on that as well. And then we've been out just in the last week. The boys have been out basically walking the ground, seeing the outcrop they could get hold of and see if they can see other repetitions of these types of lodes. If we see a bundle of them, we think that's a great spot to be putting down our deep diamond drilling for, looking for the larger system at depth. Yeah.
Well, actually, talking about drilling, so your phase 2 drilling starts in August. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Peter, and your diamond drilling starts in September. Is that the correct timeline there?
That is, yeah. So we're basically awaiting the arrival of the rig. It's finishing a program just down the road from where we're drilling. Once that's finished, it'll come to us. We'll do a very similar sort of size program, so somewhere around about 3,000 metres of drilling. That'll look at both confirming the down plunge extent of the Aurora lode, where we're getting these high grades, but we're also looking to expand for those multiple parallel lodes as well. So we're basically working out the footprint or building the footprint up of this system. In this next phase, it won't be our last, as you said. We'll be diamond drilling just around the corner after that. But it is a bit of a methodical process. This next phase is answering the next bunch of questions we have as we build the system up. We think we can do this quite quickly because, as we mentioned, we've got literally a cut and paste geological model just from down the road. So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not trying to do something new for the area. We're literally following the game plan of the project that's already had somewhat 30 years of mining experience on there. We're just picking up those learnings and applying them to our project.
Well, it looks like we're going to be chatting to you again in the next couple of months. Peter, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today.
Thank you, and see you soon.